my content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully. It's not, and that's okay. Healing trauma and pain is not a race or an overnight process. Who would have knew that wound would have been open too soon? A mother losing a child losing a parent. A father losing a child losing a parent. A wound that was open when it was least expected. Or because someone has self-control, it's at the end of the day. It's like they name out their free will, but they malicious intentions, bad habits, at the end of the day became the norm, but it was never the norm. To break up a happy home. A home that was able to be fixed at the end of the day. Even days when they couldn't see. Who would have thought they would have been saying farewell to their baby, their mother, their loved one? That unconditional love that truly brought them hope, let alone peace. It gave them life at the end of the day. And only for life to be taken away from them. The energy is different. That wow. Someone just wants to see someone wants to just see someone smile just one more again. Is that gonna ever happen? Someone is truly frowning. Someone's loved one was taken because of the hands of someone who didn't have self-awareness, let alone self-love. What happened to self-respect, to respect yourself, to respect your neighbor? A lot of folks lack of self-awareness. Self-destruction became the norm at the end of the day. To do the next person wrong. What happened to the boundaries of respecting your neighbor, to stay in your lane? They had to take for someone to come out their comfort zone, to understand and even exchange. Everybody's walk of life is different. Didn't matter if you had anxiety, depression. Didn't matter your mental health. At the end of the day, you finally went outside to get some fresh air, only to realize, hold on 1 second, someone knocked you out your free will because they had malicious intentions. You wasn't part of the drama, but you became a part of a crime. When you least expected, now they labeling you a number when God gave you a name. Moms and pops wasn't there to protect you, but they truly knew how to love you, to show up for you when you least expected. Things will never be the same when it comes to their reality. Or because someone decided to project pain. It wasn't an even exchange. They out there shooting air right to left, only to realize they missed the wrong target. Only for them to realize they gotta learn a long lesson. And they don't even care because they don't care about self-control, they don't self-respect, they lack self-awareness. They didn't know how to go within because they were so self-destructed. They didn't know about no boundaries. They didn't care about hurting nobody at the end of the day. When it came to their ops, whoever was around was going to get it. It's a thought process to me how this type of stuff happens every single day. It should never wait till it's your household for you to understand that, damn, someone could truly have malicious intentions. You ain't even got to do nothing to nobody besides be yourself and show up to the world at the end of the day. How your world can change when you least expect it with a split of a second. Imagine getting off for work at the end of the day. The last conversation you had was to tell your loved one at the end of the day you love them, you be home soon, only to realize that was the last call. And folks will never be able to relate to the pain at the end of the day that you got to endure every single day because someone took the love of your life out of your life when you least expected. All because of the fact that someone didn't know how to treat themselves right when it came to self-awareness. Self-destruction became the norm. Damn, you forgot to love yourself, but all you knew how to do was do folks wrong. Decided you wanted to have a bad day, psych smile they free will at the end of the day, only to realize someone got caught up in the crossfire. Or because of the fact that someone didn't have self-control. That person was a straight A student. That person was an entrepreneur. They was understanding their vision that their dream can come true. They knew what it felt like to be homeless, to lose everything. But they lost their life that day because of the fact that someone didn't have control. Energy is different. When you least expect it, you could lose a loved one quick in a split of a second. You could have been just laughing on the phone, just hugging them, telling them that you love them. And they go in the next minute. And you like, how can that possibly happen? I was just on the phone with you. I just told you I'll see you in a minute. Only to realize that was the last phone call. They would never understand your vision when it comes to your pain. That everybody doesn't heal the same. When it comes to losing someone at the end of the day, that brought you nothing but peace. My content is not for everybody. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions, and I say that respectfully. Why should I have to wait until it's your story for you to know that this is not the norm? At the end of the day, they made you believe at the end of the day for so long it was the norm to psych your neighbor out their free will at the end of the day because they had common sense at the end of the day. Folks talking about they real, but they trying to hurt innocent people with malicious intentions. Regardless if you got a kid or not, at the end of the day, and I say that respectfully, why would you want to hurt somebody else's baby for that projection to be put on you at the end of the day, or let alone one of your loved ones? They say karma don't miss nobody. Because that return back to sender when you least expect it, you're going to have to deal with that pain one day. And only if you realize it wasn't an even exchange. Oh, because you lack self-confidence, self-awareness, self-destruction was truly real in your book at the end of the day. You didn't care about living in fear. You didn't know how to love yourself. You was trying to discourage the next person. You was truly a hater with malicious intentions. Your ways was real disgusting. You didn't have a heart within you. Everybody's walk of life is different. Someone's trying to bring harm to you. How the character traits is so different. How they allowed you to believe for the longest that it was the norm to hurt your innocent neighbor. Regardless of what shape and size they was at the end of the day, regardless of who loved them, who truly respected them. And they ain't have to have malicious intentions to do nothing to nobody. How someone could be part of someone's beef at the end of the day and they have to be part of it at the end of the day that they was only in their own lane. How someone could sex with their free will, all because it became the norm. My content is not for everybody, and I say that respectfully. Peace and respect your neighbor, stop the violence, humanity worthy. Peace and respect your neighbor, stop the violence, humanity worthy. Here's the thought process for me. Ain't nothing cute about you at the end of the day. Trying to hurt somebody with pain at the end of the day. Only to realize you lack common sense when it came to even exchange actually choosing yourself. Or because you couldn't relate to you because all the chaos and confusion was truly disturbing your peace. You didn't believe in hope. So you made everybody your enemy. It wasn't an even exchange. When someone truly understood to show up for themselves that day without projecting pain. It became the norm for you to hurt innocent people. But that's not how God truly created us to be. How the enemy causes so much chaos and confusion to disturb your peace for so long, allowing you to believe it was the norm to hurt innocent people. But that's dead wrong. You shouldn't have to wait until you're your household at the end of the day for you to know this is not the norm. And I say that respectfully, because nobody deserves to go out that way in the hands of somebody else. And I say that respectfully when they was in their own lane. My content is not for everybody. Always protect your energy and always protect you and your family with no malicious intentions. Stay warm and have a safe remaining year. To the genuine ones with no malicious intentions, just because someone gave up on you, overlooked you, don't give up on yourself. And always be your authentic self with no malicious intentions. Even when they say, you whack, you're corny, you ain't nobody. They said you whack, you're corny, you ain't nobody. Never dim your life, let alone get lost in someone's words because they didn't know how to respect you, let alone show up for you. Here's the thought process to me. When you have to kick your neighbor down and disrespect them with no malicious intentions. Humanity worthy. Healing child pain is not a race or overnight process. You didn't think you was better than nobody. You just knew how to respect your neighbor, regardless if you knew them or not. We all not the same. It's a thought process to me. When someone's not trying to project pain. Niyah Genuine Love Respect. Have a good day. I gotta go. I need a nap.